Yes, boys and girls, we're back with another video. I don't know why I just blanked out, but yeah, we're back with another video, and yeah, it's the trade strat, and somehow I topped the last score of the last video, yesterday's video, and this is with, as you saw, no Monarch SK. You know, a lot of you guys were asking, is Ethereal viable? And at first, of course, I said my answer was it won't be as great, but managed to make it work. You'll see. So let me go run through the familiars. My familiars are nothing. I mean, I have one decent familiar, but no, I have two decent ones actually. But yeah, let's just go through them. So this one, my best strange cat. So for Kagi, you can either give a Sid, a Burb with high crit, with decent damage of course. Or you just give what I have here, a pretty good overall base damage. 30, it's about, because I have an unknown in my team, it's about 40% damage. So that's pretty good. And then for your, what's his name? SK, you want a Burb, your best Burb possible. This is my best one. It's sad it was a crop 2. It's crazy how it came from a crop 2. I've got a few burbs ready for a corruption event. I think this is my... What is it? Yeah, this is the one I'm praying for. Hoping this one come out great. 20% damage, 17.6% range, 15.5 crit chance. I'm hoping for that one too good. So yeah, high damage slash great burb for Kaguya, great burb for SK, AV familiar for your Katakuri. If you don't got Katakuri, you can probably try the Priestess unit, the new Battle Pass unit tier 25. Who else is there? Roger. Oh yeah, this took me all my days. Let me run you guys through this. So you see, I've got two Rogers now, and this is my best one, 43%. I'll corrupt it later, but I'll run you through this. Yesterday, around like 1 a.m. ish, I was doing. What was I doing? I was doing manually with a few people, and they helped me out. 16 manual runs in this. It was at 10 before. 16 manual runs, and I did not get a Roger. And then yesterday, today morning while I was asleep, of course, I overkeyed, AFK'd this overnight, and finally got it. It took that many runs just to get two Rogers, but finally got it. So Roger on your the witch. Remember, this is the witch. I don't want to specify that anymore. And then, oh yeah, you guys are confused about the bug on the last video. So how it works is you want to apply your foo familiar. Foo, you see, a foo, a dog, a dog, a dog. And where you get this is, you see, you apply this to your the smith, and that's bugs out his damage, yeah, and his buff to be kind of crazy. So you get the thing from here, you just get any foo, 100 shards, and you should be fine. In terms of familiars, who else? Yeah, you want your black spirit on your Sid. I'll probably leave the familiars in the comments as well, but yeah, this is my best black spirit. If you have anything like 98%, it should be fine, because Sid fills me about 13% now, so you can have a bit of leeway instead of getting 100%. But yeah, give a good damage with 98% or higher. And that's pretty much it for the familiars. I have nothing else to say. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. And also, if you're wondering why there isn't a trailer's video, because there's pretty much nothing else I can do, I'll leave a link to the another trailer's video that you should follow in the description. And when Sukuna Familiar comes out, that's when I'll post my video, even if it isn't the best score, because I know some of you guys are wondering where my videos are. But it's like the familiar comes out at like 1 a.m. for me, and that's just kind of mid for me. I'm missing out 7 hours of time, but I'll try give out the best strat to you guys. And enough yapping. I think I yapped for like nearly 4 minutes, so let's just get into this. Okay, guys. To be honest, this strat isn't. I mean, yeah, it's a lot harder than the last one to follow. It just needs a lot of focus, to be honest. So make sure you are focused, and yeah, it should be pretty easy after that. But you're gonna place your smith and then place your SK. Remember, I'm gonna say this now. For your smith to bug out and give a bigger buff than needed, or bigger buff than he's meant to do, you want to have the foo familiar on him. I'm gonna say this now. Foo familiar. If I get a comment about it, oh my days, can't use my mind. But yeah, every 5 ores you can just apply a buff to your SKs, and boom, you can have a 40% buff for 5 ores, which is kind of crazy. So look, wait here. Like 1.7. What's he gonna jump up to? Well, I'll get a 1.37 buff actually, or a 37% buff, which is kind of crazy. This like first 7 to 8 waves is not too hard. After that, it just gets quite annoying and you need to focus a lot. So Be focused for it. And when we get to the part where we can show, I'll just go through a few of the questions last video. And here we just have a lot of units placed down just to keep SKs moving in the right position and making sure that we apply the correct buffs to our other units. Remember, set all your SKs to boss targeting now. You're gonna use make sure to keep using your ores, what's it called? I don't even know what the first one is called. Bronze something? Was it copper something? I don't know. What's it called? Let's see. Iron sword. Yeah, use your iron swords on Kaguya's and SKs and your Sids. Use the range one on your, what are they called again? The witches. I don't know what's the actual name. Sharaik. I forgot her name. It's like Schierke. Shrek. I don't know. Shrek. Yeah, let's just call it Shrek. So just use it on Shrek. Yeah, use the range on the Shrek, and then use the. You can alternate between for the categories. For the ones with that you don't max out to the the last move, you can give them the SPA one, but the ones that you max out, you can you give them the range one. Make sure to switch that category to bosses. Place another one here so these SKs move, and you can store the mobs as well. So you're storing the boss, the mobs at the back, and the mobs at the front. Make sure to have auto on, and once you have that, try get your smith to the last upgrade, of course. But make sure you use your SPA one on your smiths, your John Smiths as soon as possible. Use it on John Smith. When he switches, use it again on Shadow, and they should be at the maximum, okay, lowest SPA they can ever be, and that way they're getting as many swaps as possible. It should be really good. Now, once you get the ores, you just keep applying the silver swords to your SKs. Because instead of being at I don't know, was that 2.07 multiplied at 2.24. So it's a considerable increase on the current damage. Make sure you don't forget, but keep Kaguya domaining when you can. You know, I had a few instances, like maybe like around here, where I just didn't do it. But it will help a lot. Yeah, I'm just trying to find placements for the Witch or Shrek. And this boss should just be killed off like this. And here you can move your SKs back to the front. So like, just place them in the right spot. Of course, get your buffs on them correctly. Look for the ones that are on a 2.07 buff. Well, this one I just kept Kaguya, but that's because the SKs are not currently upgraded. So only the one that's at max, like the max upgrade, the highest upgrade. That's the only one I gave the silver sword to. Okay, what did I do to my Discord? This a bit of it's on the page, on the screen actually. You see that 293k damage. Full AoE, that's crazy. 5.5 SPA. And here you just have Sid swapping, of course, and then now you just do the same for all your other SKs. Get them up to as high as an upgrade you can. Just want to get them all to full AoE first. So unit, okay, I should probably put, yeah, I'll put a upgrade priority order in the top right. Okay, here we're just pretty much upgrading our SKs. But you'll see when it gets to wave 20, you're gonna make sure you get SKs into position. Place another category if there isn't a third one down. You know, because I have 3 right now, place down, it's fine. But I'm gonna follow the next boss when he spawns with the category. So set the category at base you see right now. 2 bosses when the boss exactly spawns. But I do it with this one, of course. You see what I was talking about. I move the SKs and then I had him to last. And when the boss spawns, that's when I will set him to bosses. I'm just waiting. And boom, into bosses. And now you just let the category just follow that. And you want to keep domaining when you can. You could also set that Kaguya to bosses as well. So you just have Sid just non-stop swapping. And now you got all SKs maxed out. You're gonna place the Shrek unit. I'm gonna play Shrek sounds so off, man. I can't say what's the name. Shrek. Shrek. I can't. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna bother. But after your SKs are maxed, you're gonna max out that Kaguya. And you see that I switched one of the categories to last. That's just you're gonna have one always on the boss and the other one's just following the mobs. Yeah, that 330k. Well, one was at 350k, but that's because he has the silver sword on him. And the others I just forgot to give it to. Now I'm looking now, see a few of them and the damage. And from here on out, you can just leave the SKs where they are because this Kaguya should be able to deal with that boss by himself. By himself? By herself, actually. She's got that extra 30% damage from the curse element, having the curse element, so it's pretty good. And now you can just use this and get back here. As soon as you see wave 28 hit, you're gonna turn auto off. Yeah, low-key, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through any questions. It's just non-stop doing the same thing. I have to focus and just give you guys commentary for this. I set this Kaguya to closer just to deal with these mobs over here. Because the mobs in the front should just die regardless. And then here, finding the right placement for my witch. And then I'll get her to max and use the silver spear to increase our range even more. Her max range should be like 80 or 78, something like that. And you can see with the holy range, she gets to like 72 range. I'm still kind of salty the way they power crept Lucy. I didn't expect a unit to come out to be better than Lucy. But, you know, oh well, nothing I can say. Not much I can say about it. But after wave 29 ends, or when the pop-up shows up for the skip to next wave, you can turn your auto back on then. Make sure all your units have the silver spear on them. I mean the silver sword, the damaging dealers of course. Make sure Sid only keeps the SPA one because you want him to swap as quick as possible. And this is where I get this category to max. And if you get a category to full AoE, make sure you use the range buffer on them. It's an extra 20% range increase on top of his already crazy range because he's already got Monksman on him as well. Plus the AV Familiar, so his range is going to be so stupid, you'll see. Not even max and he's at 63 range. Also remember, keep Kaguya domaining. Just don't forget. And would you look at this 70 range just on Upgrade 9. And then maxed out, I think it was like 74, 76. So yeah, it's kind of stupid. Now when you set the bosses, as soon as the boss spawns, remember, make sure to always be wary of where your SKs are, because you want them to be hitting correctly. And then you max the Sid. You won't be killing this boss with the Kaguya or the SKs, so don't worry about him. Just max duel him as much as possible. And here is where you want to max this guy for his extra range. And with your Kaguya, you just want to be dealing with the leaks. You know, just have her on first. Well, for now, she's on closest, dealing with as much mobs as possible. But when the enemies start leaking, that's when you set first, of course. You can see we're dealing with the mobs pretty well, considering we don't have that Monarch SK. But Monarch SK probably is worse in this scenario when you have all three maxed out. But early game makes a big difference having Monarch SK because you can max the SK sooner, having more damage overall, meaning you can just chill a lot more. This strat needs a lot more focus than the Monarch SK one, so yeah. Okay, I wonder how crazy Deadeye SK could go. Imagine having a crazy bird with that. Loki would be kinda interested to see how it does. But look, SK's at 350k damage, which is crazy. And that's with a 5.5 SPA. And then when there's three of them, I'm guessing, I'm not gonna know, maths is not mathsing, but it's like 1.05. And you can see here, when the mobs are like that, that's when you want to be setting your targets first. And if you see, I ended up getting this category up because those leaks were getting close, they were getting close. But it was fine, we ended up dealing with it. Just barely by the way, just barely. So you're gonna set your targets first and just deal with those mobs. Get ready for this, make sure you place your, okay, turn your enemy tags off because look, the lag just went down like crazy on that one, so yeah. Make sure before you place your categories to follow bosses, you want to make sure you place them place them near the SK so the SK just move there, stay in the spot. And you can see we had that one that we just placed before, set to bosses, so we can slow this visionary boss because this visionary boss is quite fast. And he's the reason that you guys get cooked over. Oh yeah, you see the second category we had on bosses originally. Make sure he's set to first. You see the one at the front right now. He was originally set to bosses. Make sure he's set to first. Because he's going to be following the other boss if the other boss gets in range. So I'm making sure the SKs are there, and then that's when I place this one here for that nullify. Then you give the extra range. And look at her range. 72 range there. And keep on domaining, keep SK over here, just so he doesn't TP down there to the witch. To the witch. Just keep SKs here, don't let them split up. Or not split up, and just end up in the front. I think it happens in one instance for me. But you'll see, it kind of helped a bit, so you can just do it if you want. See, I lost focus for a second. My SK just TP'd up there eventually. Let's see. Give her the range. Just keep Kaguya domaining. See, that's when I just lost focus and my SKs went up front, but it's fine. They ended up hitting 2 enemies or killing 2 enemies up there, so pretty much helped a lot. See, I think that was like 2 mobs there. And then that third one at the front should have died, I think. Oh, they didn't, but yeah. You could probably just keep SK there for like probably one more instance, 15 more seconds, and it might have helped with the mobs up there. But for the most part, you want to keep SKs back here. And here you'll notice my next domain is the sand one, so I just delayed it as much as possible, turned auto off, and just delayed it because I did not want to press it just in case I don't get the sand back in time. And here you're gonna use the Smith buff on your Sid. You will see over there. I did it eventually, like right here. That's always at the maximum damage potential. And when they're about to hit base, you use your sand domain, you use your Kaguya nuke, and you'll see when a few enemies end up dying, that's when you use your Sid nuke. So look, I use it, use the nuke, wait a bit, and when Sid's damage at 412k, use it instantly, spam the click, and a lot of enemies should die. And that's when you just have your category just stall that boss. And here you just move the SKs if you need to. Right now I don't need to move them of course, but yeah, you can. What you could do after you use this domain, sell your Kaguya and move her to where the SKs are so they can help deal with the mobs. Her damage could end up helping a bit. You'll see I do it after the boss dies of course, but if you did it a bit earlier, it might make a difference. Remember, auto skip off at 53, make sure. See, that's why. And we can get one more domain if I'm pretty sure. See, hits base. Here I'm just thinking, what could I do to get extra damage? I move this here, max her, and like, oh, let me quickly sell Kaguya. Quickly do that. Place here, and just max Kaguya. And I ended up with the score you see on the screen. I mean the title. So that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, and yes, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.